Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning. What amazing, awesome, just incredible day it is today. I woke up with a song in my heart. If you remember, this is the day that the Lord hath made, that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord hath made. All right, so welcome to another wonderful, just incredible day today. And I'm Dr. B, and we are having some fun today. Let me go ahead and get us started. We're going to start out with breathing today. We are starting out with breathing like we always do. All right. And then, so take a big deep breath in and out. Take a breath in and out. We'll get our music on for our breathing. This is how we start our day. I'm in control of my thoughts today. Are you in control of your thoughts today? I'm gonna clean my glasses here so I can see out of them. I think we got some water. So we'll do that. I'm in control of my thoughts today. I direct my life. I direct my life with the right positive energy. I'm building my life's discipline, power, and faith. I'm building my life's discipline, power, and faith. Of course, we're going to wake up on purpose today. How are we waking up on purpose? That just simply means that we're not being distracted by the world's noise. That we've said, this is what our day is going to be. We have intention. We have affirmation. We're in control of our thoughts. We're building discipline, power, and faith. The world's noise or no screens this morning. Hopefully you haven't looked at a phone, a tablet, a computer, a television before that you go through and say, this is how I'm going to direct my day. Because really, truly, breathe in, we're breathing, we're not just talking. Breathe in again. We're trying to fill our bellies up fully with oxygen so our belly sticks out. You should be able to reach down, take your hands, reach down and feel your belly expand. And then as you push it out, you push the oxygen into your feet, to your legs, to your core, to your arms, to your brain. We're commanding our day. We're not just consuming. And that's what, when the world's noise jumps on, we're consuming information. We're consuming what the world would have for us instead of commanding our day with this is our purpose. We get to hydrate today. So as soon as we're done with this, hopefully you have your water with you. We are going to consume a big glass of water today. Creating our stillness through our breathing. I apologize that the music didn't work at the end yesterday. I called the technical support and said, fix it. Because I can't tell. Creating our stillness through our breathing. Breathe in. We're going to even do more of that on our second breathing exercise where we're just going to sit in stillness and clarity. What are you thankful for today? Breathe in. Are you grateful for your vision this morning? I'm so grateful for my vision and what God has showed me. Breathe in. I'm grateful for the fire that's inside of me that gets me excited to wake up. Like I said, this is the day that the Lord has made. The song and the jingle. This is not a jingle, but this is the day. Show me I can't sing when I'm breathing. Okay, I'm grateful that I can choose how this day begins. Let's do 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Thinking about affirming our day, make meaningful connections today. Who are you planning a connection with today? Okay, 1 last breath. Breathe in. As you think about the promise you're going to make to yourself, you might not know it yet, but all right, let's move into our devotional today. Put it up on the screen here. Go ahead and grab your water as we put this on the screen. As we say every day, we're hydrating before we caffeinate it. Before we caffeinate, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. And peace grows through repetition. Peace goes through repetition. And I know I talk about being, repetitive so often. We're on day 141 as we continue to move forward, but we're repeating every single day. We're repeating. Repetition is the key to what makes the brain work so well. You will keep your perfect peace. You will keep it in perfect peace. Isaiah 26:3 says, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Our grounding today is God help me practice peace consistently. Peace becomes stronger when it is practiced repeatedly, not occasionally. Peace becomes stronger when we practice it repeatedly, not occasionally. This week we've been talking a lot about peace and what does it mean to be peaceful and what does it mean to be set. That doesn't mean that there isn't any chaos at all in your life. Peace means that you take something that is strenuous or something that is working hard on your mind, like consuming who you are, and you're not sure what to do. Taking some breaths, as that's a big part of it, getting the oxygen into the brain so that it can think, and then saying, oh man, everything is going to be all right. You know, the God who made the universe, he knows me by my name, and whatever's going on in my life is going to work out for me because everything works out for me. Oh my gosh. Peace becomes stronger when it is practiced repeatedly, not occasionally. Someone intentionally returns to breathing, prayer, and truth during stress until calm responses become more natural. And the key is in here is that we know what's that telling us, what the verse is telling us is that we are going to have moments that are not going to be peaceful. We are not going to have moments. I was doing a podcast yesterday when I was talking to a young lady who was just telling me how she's been able to complete because she had a traumatic brain injury that severed a portion of it. I guess it went into her spinal cord, and she's now paralyzed from the waist down. And she was telling me about how stressed she was before the accident or before whatever it is that happened, and then how peaceful she is now based on knowing that God is in control. And as she wakes up every day and she says that she's in pain and she has to say things to herself, it's a really good podcast where she just says, wait a minute, I can still live in peace although all these things are going on. And how her life has changed from the stressful life of trying to be more and more and more, and now she's just trying to be. I used to think that peace would simply appear once life became easier. And friend, it is hard for us to make life easier because as we get going in life, more jumps on us. We are bombarded in today's world with all of the social media and all of the electronics and all of the access to information. I don't think that life has become easier because of all of the electronics and access to information. But we can make it easier if we would like. Right? But God showed me peace is something practiced, not something absolutely accidentally stumbled into. The fact that we do this every single day allows us to rely back on peace and steadiness. Right? The more I returned to prayer, slowed my reactions, and redirected my thoughts. Sorry about that. You saw that coming, right? The more I returned to prayer, slowed my reactions, and rejected my thoughts, the more natural peace began to fill. Not perfect, peace every moment. That's not how God designed us. He designed us to put us in stress. I think about the stress of a diamond. And what creates a diamond, and we have coal. I don't know where coal forms in the ground, and God put it in there, right? But they say the pressure over time of just pressure over coal of rocks and whatever just presses the coal, and then ends up coming out a diamond over time. So one of the things that we get pressure in our lives, and that God allows things to happen in our lives so that we can come out the other side diamonds. But the thing in the middle that we sometimes miss is that peace. Because I noticed that my reactions changed, my recovery getting quicker, my emotions settling faster. Right? That did not happen overnight. It happened through repetition. And here's what's happening in our mind. Repeated behavior strengthens neural pathways. We begin our neural pathways when something happens, and when you start creating them, and the more often calming the truth-based responses are practiced, the easier those responses become for the brain to access automatically. It's like we have all these things that we say the back of our mind all the time. And by practicing what we do every day in that peace and that breathing and that things that we make sure sitting quietly in stillness, being consistent every single day, then those little things that are in the back of my mind move their way, and I'm drawing this in my head, right, to the front of our mind, to our response center, which is in our frontal cortex, right? And then once that happens, it's easier and easier for us to access peace. Just like it's easier to access if I were to say, Mary had a little lamb. That's one of those the answer to that right away. As soon as I said that, you thought this was white as snow. Why? Because that is something, that's a neural pathway that is put into a part of our brain that we can access like that. When's the last time you said Mary, or you heard the words Mary had a little lamb, and then knew what to say after it? Right? It's fleece as white as snow. That is in my mind, and it'll be in my mind forever. It's something that I did as a kid, and something at 60 years old, 50 some years later, is still accessed because that neural pathway is there. And what I'm saying is a neural pathway for peace by breathing and clearness and stillity and prayer, all those things, your brain naturally says, oh, this is what I do when I'm stressed. Emotional stability develops through consistent reinforcement over time. That is how our body works. So what you repeatedly practice becomes easier to return to. What peaceful habit do you need practiced more consistently? What peaceful habit do you need to practice more consistently? Return to one common practice 3 separate times today. I love that as my promise. 3 separate times. I'm going to be mindful. I have a person that I work with that I coach. And she says, I can't do this morning. I can't spend a half hour in my morning. I'm just not wired to do that. And I said, well, you're just not wired to do that yet. But let's practice it every day. But she did say, 3 or 4 times a day, I practice mindfulness. 3 or 4 times a day that I will just stop for 5 minutes. I will breathe. I will sit in stillness and quietness, and it calms my body. And she's practiced that. So how about that today for you? 3 separate times a day today that you stop whatever you're doing, especially if you're in a stress mood, take some breaths, sit in quiet for 10 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all that it takes, and reset your mind today. So Father, help me, please help peace become practice in my life. Help peace become practiced in my life 3 times. And may peace grow stronger in your thoughts and through your daily practice. May peace grow stronger through your daily practice. All right, do you think people can become a habit? Do you think peace can become a habit? And the first question is always a yes. Why does repetition matter emotionally? And what peaceful practices help you most? I want you to think about that, because if you know what peaceful practice help you most, then we don't have to develop a new one, but I want you to do it throughout the day today. So I'm going to put these in our chat so that you will have them for the rest of the day. Come on, chat, jump up here. Oh, come on. Holy moly, moly, moly. All right. Technology. All right, I guess I'm not putting in the chat. So let's, as we begin our I can't click on anything. Here we go. Let me jump out of here, and I'm going to come back in. Right. And go out and come back in. And so today, as we practice our gratitude today, what are you thankful for today? What are you thankful for today? Let me make sure. I'm going to just make sure that came on the way I wanted it to. What are you thankful for today? There we go. Thank you that my life has direction and purpose. Thank you for helping me understand that peace increases clarity and focus. I'm thankful for my calling and how I operate with peace, confidence, and my purpose today. What gives your life meaning right now, today? I'm thankful for strength, endurance, clarity, peace, ability to move forward. Thank you for helping me recognize that healthy habits shape my future. And as you're doing this today, I want you to ask yourself, what healthy decisions are you thankful that you made recently? It could be something like, I'm thankful that I bought the car that I bought. It could be as easy as, I'm thankful that I ate the right foods yesterday. I saw in a post that a friend had given me yesterday that she was on day 2 of eating the right things. I was thinking how grateful that she's excited about day 2 of her journey of eating the right things. And that is to be celebrated, right? 2 days where maybe she's never been able to get through 2 days before. But 2 days turns into 3, 3 turns into 6, 6 turns into 12. What are you thankful for today of a decision that you made recently about your health? Are you thankful that you're eating the right foods, that you're exercising at the right time, that you're getting your yoga in? What are you thankful for about your life and health? When you think about your family and relationships, thank you for my family, my friendships, my connections. Thank you for helping me helping me value the people that are around me. Who are you thankful for? Thankful to still be connected to. Think about that a lot yesterday, and the number of numbers that I have in my phone, and who am I thankful for? Yesterday, I was able to talk to a friend, and I make meaningful connections every day. And I was driving over to the banquet, and I just thought, oh, I got to call this friend. We had maybe a 10-minute conversation, but I was so blessed and so thankful for having him in my life, not just today, but over the last 20 years. Be able to hear all the things and wonderful things that are going on in his life, and then be able to speak into a section of his life that you're struggling with a little bit. Are you thankful for the connections and the people that are in your life? I'm so thankful for you that I get up every morning and I get to talk about some things that are so vitally important, this routine that we do. And I'm so thankful that you are there, that you can think about what you're thankful for at the same time. I mean, it's just so amazing when I think about purpose and I think about impact. What dream or vision are you thankful for? What has God given you that you get to live boldly in your purpose, that you get to begin to work through your calling? You get to say, this is why I'm here. There's a young lady from Jamaica yesterday, and oh my gosh, and she was giving me her vision and her things that she has up in her mind that she wants to do and how she wants to live boldly in purpose. And we're going to connect again on Saturday. And I'm just so thankful for her spirit, for her willingness to reach out there and be there for what God would have her do too. What are you thankful for? I want you to sit now just in stillness and quietness. We're going to spend about 4 minutes. I'm not going to talk. I'm just setting it up for you that I just want you to Not necessarily to say I have an agenda. I'm not even asking you to have a prayer. I just want you to sit, drink your water during the time, but just sit. Go about another minute. And grab your water if you have it close to you as we hydrate for the second time today. At first, that was hard for me. It was to just sit in silence and not have anything else going on. And now I long for it. I long for those times when I get to just sit in silence and just let God speak to me however He wants to. Let those thoughts go through my mind. No agenda, no trying to do something. Just have the quiet music on and be able to think. And then now we're moving into today, tomorrow, and for the rest of my life. So, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. Today, tomorrow, and for the rest of my life, I will walk in the favor of God. We're being specific what we'd like for God to do in our lives. I want to walk in the favor of God in my health. I want to walk in the favor of God. I'm going to walk in the favor of God in my finances. I'm going to walk in the favor of God in my business. I'm going to walk in the favor of God in my marriage. I'm going to walk in the favor of God in my key relationships. I'm going to walk in the favor of God in my ministry. This is all part of creating that peace that we talked about. I want to walk in the favor of God with my children or anyone who I have influence on. I want to walk in the favor of God with my grandchildren or my expectations that I have for today. I'm going to walk in the favor of God in my debt elimination. I'm going to walk in the favor of God with my credit and creditors. I'm going to walk in the favor of God with my loans and my applications. I'm going to walk in the favor of God in my service to others today. I am going to walk in the favor of God with my leaders today. Today, I'm going to walk in the favor of God with my investors. I'm going to walk in the favor of God with my mentors and coaches. I'm going to walk in the favor of God with my new projects or any projects that I have. I'm going to walk in the favor of God with my team. I'm going to walk in the favor of God with those who work for me, with me this day, whether they're paid or volunteered. Today and every day, I walk in the favor of God, talk in the favor of God, and operate in the favor of God. And I'm hoping you're saying these things out loud so that your brain can take them into a different part of your brain than the thought center of your brain. The favor of God on my life transforms my expectations and how I approach the world. It is evident in what I can see and touch, and is moving powerfully in what I cannot see. It surrounds me. It covers me and my family. It covers my friends. It covers my meaningful connections. And it rests on everything connected to me. It is active in every area of my life for the rest of my life. This day, I expect favor. I live favor, and I anticipate favor. The time for favor is now, right now, today. Oh Lord, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me, keep me from harm, so that I will be free from pain. And as we move into our affirmation part, I'm becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. And after 140 days, I'm hoping that you're saying them both times with me instead of waiting for me to say it and you to say it. Now, if this is your first time doing it, I say it and then you say it, right? We're at least getting it out there. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I am healthy. My body is continuously healing and strengthening itself. I choose foods, movement, and habits that give me life, energy, and vitality. I am healthy. My body is continuously healing and strengthening itself. I choose foods, movement, and habits that give me energy and vitality. I am healthy. My body is continuously healing and strengthening itself. I choose foods, movements, and habits that give me life, energy, and vitality. I speak life to myself and to others. I am a master at being present. I speak life to myself and others. I am a master at being present. I make space for stillness and clarity. Every morning, we're going to make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises. That's why we have a promise book, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what he has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what he has called me to do. There's more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift and distractions. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift and distractions. And everything works out for me because that is the person I have become. And everything works out for me because that is the person I have become. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season and every situation to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season and every situation to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. All right, and today's word for today is faithfulness. No. Just jump back on me. I'm so sorry. Maybe it was 44, 43, 42. It is faithfulness. All right, so faithfulness. I don't know. I was thinking faithfulness is one we already did, but maybe it hasn't. Faithfulness is staying committed consistently over time. Faithfulness is staying committed consistently over time. Faithfulness looks like showing up even when unnoticed. I've seen faithful people outlast talented people simply because they stayed steady. Faithfulness and consistency go together. It's just believing that the things that I'm doing every day are the things that I should be doing. Who relies on consistency? What is your connection? Find somebody today who relies on consistency. Begin the promise to yourself. Today, my suggestion is 5 minutes, 3 times. Stop, breathe, get into stillness and clarity, and practice your peace. But whatever your promise is today, whatever that promise that you are making to yourself, make sure that you make it. Make sure that you write it down. Make sure that you say it out loud, and then make sure you do it before you go to bed. Today, faithfulness is our word. And now we'll move from faithfulness into our belief and what we're not going to settle for. So we're faithful in our belief that we are not going to settle. And so, Heavenly Father, I make up my mind today, I will experience your best for my life. I will not settle for small living or small expectations. I will not settle for things getting worse in my life. I will not accept decline or defeat. My life is rising higher and higher. Everything in my life is growing, flourishing, and advancing. I will not settle for my past being holding me back from my future. You have destined me for greatness, so I will not settle for a mediocre life. I choose to receive your blessing. I let go of small expectations. I choose to receive what you have already done for me. I expect goodness and mercy to follow me all the days of my life. I choose today to think big and to renew my mind to heaven's way of thinking. I will speak to my mountains and they will move. My family and my descendants will be blessed. I will possess the land. I will use big language because you are big language. I will ask big. I will seek big. I will dream big. I will never stop envisioning a better life and dreaming about a better life. My family being better, my health being better, my purpose being better, my emotions being better, my mind being better, and my finances being better. I refuse to settle for a life that is getting worse. I embrace a life that is getting brighter and brighter, stronger and stronger, greater and greater, from glory to glory every day until the day of your return. I give up small thinking. I expect good things to happen to me every day of my life. I agree with your way of thinking and looking at things. I decide to think bigger every day, and I will continue to ask for what you said I could ask for, those desires of my heart. I accept the visions and the dreams that the Holy Spirit has placed within me. I will not be limited by any ceiling, any roof, any wall, any barrier, or any limitation others place on me, like age, race, color, education, or gender, or anything else others say I am. Nothing will limit me because you are an unlimited God and you live inside me. I stand on knowing that you are able to do immeasurably, abundantly, above all that I can ask or imagine, according to your power that works within me. Today I let go of a small God and small expectations. I begin to dream big, extravagant dreams, my wildest dreams, believing that you will do exceedingly beyond all these dreams. And I ask this in your name. Amen, amen, and amen. And as we move and think about our song today, I just want you to know that you are God's greatest gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Like I say every day, let him wrap his arms around you and love you like never before. You are born for greatness, my friend. Let that greatness begin to just ooze out and jump onto people. You are also an answer to prayer. You are an answer to prayer. And so just be available for God to use you however he would want to use you today. I want you to enjoy the song, and then we'll have a blessing for you right after.
Dr.B.
I hope the music works today because they tell me it's working.
We're becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace.
You have a comment? So
I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's
welcome,
light.
Sonia. I'm glad the music.
250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise he keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
All right. So for today's blessing, and it's just for you. May the Lord bless and keep you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. May you walk in his favor every step you take today, every place you go, and everything that you do. I want you not to forget that today is going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day in every way because the God who made the universe knows every hair on your head and knows you by your absolute specific name. My friend, you are loved. I want you to have an amazing, awesome, awestruck, incredible day. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have an amazing day.